Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Chris's Collectible Corner, and for those of you who are new, thank you for coming through to tune in for this review. And today we're taking a look at the HM Creation Super Fusion Warrior Vegetto head sculpts. Now, before we get into these accessories, make sure to hit the bell notification to be notified when new videos are uploaded to the channel. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment below, and I'll be sure to reply. Alright, so taking a look at the packaging, if you saw my previous review on the Air Studios Super Saiyan God Goku hair sculpts, they're pretty much the same and identical, which I prefer because these accessory packages sometimes take a lot of space, so I appreciate that they're making them smaller and these little clear containers where we can kind of see everything and possibly even put everything into one of these and get rid of the rest. Well, as you can see, I guess starting with the Super Vegetto, each card is in the color associated with the hair sculpt that is in the packaging. So we have the yellow, we obviously have Vegetto blue, which is in the blue color, and then we have the black and red that's supposed to indicate the brown darker hair base form Vegetto. But enough of that, let's get these guys out the box and take a closer look at the details. Alright, so here we have the Super Fusion Warrior base form Vegeta head and face sculpts, and I just have to say straight up, these look incredible. These look super clean and actually look how Vegetto looked to me in my mind, how I remember him when I was watching the show growing up. So as you can see, we have the stern face looking straight ahead, another stern face looking to the side. Then we have the smirking face, which is pretty common for Vegetto. And then we have the open mouth looking to the side facial expression, which is from that iconic pose when Vegeta and Goku first fused and became Vegetto for the first time. Now, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I actually prefer the extra detail and line work above and below the eyes. I feel it's able to give the characters more personality, and it harkens back to the art style later on in the series when they were giving them more details. Like, I don't mind the softer ones to kind of harken back to the earlier art styles, but characters like Vegetto, which came later on and had different artists, there was more detail, and I feel like it just kind of gives more expression. Like you can see, even with the side face with the open mouth, only above the one eye do we have the creases to kind of indicate the muscle inflections that the one eye is kind of like being lifted. I don't know, stuff like that I really like, and the details really matter to me. Then here we have Super Vegetto, which is my personal favorite form of Vegetto, and as you can see, we have the stern face looking straight ahead, another stern face looking to the side, and the smirk, and then we have the unique face, which is the more calm and relaxed version of Vegetto. We don't really get this a lot, so I appreciate that at least each form of him has a unique face to go with it. I also forgot to mention on the previous one, but we're still here, that each one of these comes with a conversion neck peg, so this way you can put this head sculpt on the Beast Deities / Kong, or I guess anime mythos now, bodies. So if you don't really like the 2.0 Vegetas and the 3.0 is more your style, well, each one of these comes with a neck peg so you can attach it right to that. And again, I really love the paint work. I like the yellow. It's not too pale. I think it's like perfect, but the eyebrows are a bit more of a paler yellow. And again, I just really appreciate details, and he looks like Vegetto to me. And then last but not least, which is probably the most popular version of Vegetto right now, because I guess it's the most recent one that we've seen, is Vegetto Blue. And as you can see, the first three faceplates are exactly the same as the last two sets, and then we have the unique face where he's smiling and his teeth are showing, grinning, which I like because Vegetto to me comes off as the more cocky one. How I kind of see the fusions is like Vegetto has more of the persona or personality of Vegeta, and then Gogeta has more of the personality and persona of Goku. So Gogeta is like super serious, I feel, at times, and Vegetto, he likes to mess around. He's real cocky, but then when he does get serious, it's a problem. But once again, I really like the blue that they went with here. It's kind of like an aqua kind of color, which I think is like the original colors of the Super Saiyan Blue hair sculpts. But now let's take these heads and put them on some bodies, because I know that's what we're all here for. Alright, so let's do some head swaps for this Vegetto headset. As you can see here, we have the 1.0 Vegetto that came out years ago when the line first started. Then here we have the demoniacal fit, sorry I always get that wrong, demoniacal fit Ultimate Fighter or Ultimate Warrior, I forget the name. This is when they came out with their version of the 2.0 Vegetto Blue. This is the New York Comic-Con exclusive. I got this at the Tamashii Nation store. And then this here is the Kong, also now known as Beast Deities 3.0 Super Saiyan 3 Vegetto body. Damn, that was a mouthful. But alright, so let's see how these heads look on each of these bodies and if the skin tones match up. One thing I noticed though going into this review, and it never stood out to me before, I guess because third party has been holding it down, but I noticed that Super Vegetto, Super Saiyan Vegetto, gets no love from Tamashii. Because I was just thinking about it, and this Vegetto, the 1.0, is the only one that Tamashii has released that has a Super Saiyan Vegetto. All the other ones are just Vegetto Blue and the base form, which I think is crazy, because I'm just like, Super Vegetto is so iconic and like was a big part of the fight with Super Buu. So it's just kind of crazy to me that even now they still never re-released it. They only like stick with the blue. I guess because it's super and it's relevant, but just something that kind of just hit me now while doing this review. Anyways, so let's start with the base form Vegetto. We're gonna put him on the 1.0 body. And this is back when Tamashii actually used to paint their figures, as you can see from the shading and stuff. So what I said before, what I like about these head sculpts is they're soft plastic. So you could just squeeze them right on. You don't have to worry about it giving you a hard time, and it fits right on here. So yeah, that's as far down as it goes. So that's how that looks on the 1.0 body. And this is the only one, like I said before, that came with the base head and Super Saiyan. All the other Vegettos after that, the first Comic-Con exclusive of this version was Vegetto Blue, and then everything after that was just Vegetto Blue. I don't know. But alright, so that's how it looks on that body. The skin tones don't really match. That's because Tamashii, like I said, used to paint their figures. So you could definitely see a difference between the face and the neck. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. Obviously, this mold is dated. I think there's some good things and bad things about it, just like with 2.0. But here's how he looks with that. Let's try the other heads while we're here too, to pop them on and off. Here's Super Saiyan, Super Vegetto, there we go. Yep. And then I guess the exclusive version, which is Vegetto Blue, and as you can see, this thing falls apart already. It's old, man. I've had this for a while. I've been collecting this line since it first came out. I don't know why it took me so long to start doing reviews, but there we go. Alright, so there you go. That's Vegetto Blue. Like I said, none of the faceplate skin tone match with the body, but you know, if that's something you don't care about, then go right ahead. But if it is something you care about, then you might not want to do this switch. But there you go. Yeah, see, that's his butt plate just fell right off. Let's put that back. The good thing about Vegetto, except for if you go with like other like side series of Dragon Ball, he has different outfits, but literally it's the same outfit. Only difference is the different molds or models. Like the difference between the DF and the Tamashii Nations one is the V-cut. People were complaining saying the V-cut wasn't deep enough, so Demonical Fit did that with their Vegetto, and then same with Beast Deities. But alright, so now let's see how he looks on the Demonical Fit 2.0 Vegetto body. Oh, that neck peg does not work with this. It's too small. I wasn't even ready for that. I mean, you could sit it on there just to kind of see what it looks like, but yeah, it doesn't sit flush, it just falls right off. The neck peg is really small. You might need some plastic or sticky tack to keep it on there, but Alright, that's how he looks. I mean, he looks good. Don't get me wrong, he looks good. Again, the skin tone does not match with this one, but you know, I feel like the way how his head sits on here looks good. Like the neck isn't too long, isn't too short. I think it looks just right. Alright, well, now let's see Super Vegetto, which is actually my favorite form of Vegetto. I don't know, you guys let me know in the comment section. What's your favorite form of Vegetto? Is it base form, blue, or Super Saiyan? For me, it's Super Saiyan. Alright, that's how he looks there. I don't know, I really like how he looks. Like, just the way how the neck sits, except for the head swiveling like that. I don't know, makes him look like more brolic, like thick. I don't know, I just feel like it's the right distance between the neck, shoulders, and head, the way how they have this. Alright. And now
Vegetto! And here's something new. Vegetto!
so yeah, I mean, these face sculpts are great. HM really knocked it out the park with these. But yeah, so, you know, they're all the same mold, just different colors. So that looks good. That's a DF body. Now this is the New York exclusive one. So as you can see, it has a bit more of a shine to it. And the skin is paler. So I can already tell the skin tones are not going to match. But let's see if the neck peg fits. Yeah, nice and snug. Just the only issue is, again, the face and the neck. Oh yeah, this is obvious. This is a little too obvious. Like, this would bother me just seeing this. But yeah, there you go. Let's see how he looks with the blue. I mean, I know that HM is going to be coming out with different variations of these Vegetto head sculpts. They've already shown them, like Ultra Ego, Omen, Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan God, and then a more translucent version of Super Saiyan Blue. So I think I'm going to get that to put on this body because I feel like it would look good with this. Oh, so there we go with that. And then Super Saiyan, my favorite form. There we go. So yeah, all these look good. I really like how he sits, like the head sits on the neck. It's very well proportionate. It's not too small, not too big. It's perfect. Another thing that I also really like about the hair, I like that the big chunk in the back that most of these, you know, characters have is slightly off-center and isn't directly in the middle. I think it kind of makes it a little bit more unique. Speaking of which, I guess I might as well do this too, like neck articulation. There you go. So he could still look straight up. I mean, you get a big gap, but he's not struggling for articulation or looking around side to side. Yeah, so there you go. And last but not least, which I think these faces were made for, the Kong Beast Deities bodies. Now, as you saw earlier, each of these heads came with a conversion neck peg to put on the Beast Deities body. So this way you can fit these heads on there, because the peg that comes here with the Super Saiyan 3 definitely won't fit these. But here we go. Oh yeah, that looks tough. He looks great. Yeah, and the skin tones match really well. Yeah, you could definitely tell they particularly made these headsets for this body. Yeah, no, that looks good. I mean, I don't mind the 2.0 bodies. I think they look good. But I also really like the 3.0 bodies. I think there are good things about 2.0 and 3.0, and I feel like if they fused it, I think we'd have like perfect Dragon Ball figures. Like, I think the upper torso, the way this is cut, and the cloth or the soft plastic goods for the ab crunch and everything. Whoop, okay, spoke too soon. And put him back together. There you go. Like, adds for like better articulation, like with the butterfly joint and everything. But the legs, I actually like the 2.0 better, because you can kick the legs back, where here it's kind of hindered by the diaper. So let's say you have to like do it out to the side and see it just kind of pops right out. But alright, So there he is with the base head. Super Vegetto. Yeah, that looks nice. I like how the colors work with this. And then, of course, the most popular one, it seems, as of lately, just based on Tamashii, because this is the one they keep on making. Vegetto Blue. So, there you go, guys. I hope that quenches your curiosity as how these heads look on each version of this body. So yeah, like I said, skin tones match for all the face plates. So yeah, you can definitely tell they were made for Kong. Alright, so here we have the HM head sculpt compared to the other ones that have come out from the official, which is Tamashii, as well as other third-party companies like Demoniacal Fit. From left to right, as you can see, we have HM, which I think is the best looking one and the most accurate. Then we have SH Figure Arts, which is from the 1.0 Vegetto, which is the only base form Vegetto head that they ever released, and he looks like Michael Jackson. Then we have Demoniacal Fit's first version, because they came out with their Vegetto Ultimate Fighter twice. They actually came out with Vegetto 2.0 before Tamashii Nations did. So when they released the first one, it came with the cross arms and the accessory where he's holding Boo's tentacle, and it came with the Super Saiyan and the base head sculpt. And that's the base head that came with it, where it's trying to emulate the open mouth looking to the side, but I don't know, to me, maybe this is this racist, I'm not sure, but he looks like Mexican Vegetto. Or like Brock from Pokemon. Like, that does not look like Vegetto to me. I mean, kind of, because you see like the earrings. I mean, it's way better than what SH Figure Arts did, but you know, compared to HM, it's like a far cry. Then the last one is the second version that we got from Demoniacal Fit, but this was from the accessory pack that they released, because their version, they only came out with Vegetto Blue, and then they released a headset pack that came with the base form and Super Saiyan head. So that's this one right here. And like I said, the lines above and below the eyes, I feel add to it, and that's what's missing from a lot of these, because the faces look really plain and also the eyes look kind of off, as well as the hair. The volume of it is not equal all the way around like it is with the HM. Now here we have the Super Vegettos. The one all the way to the left obviously is HM, which is the best looking one, the ones that we're reviewing right now. Then the middle one is from that first version of the 2.0 Ultimate Fighter Vegetto that Demoniacal Fit came out with. Then we have the 2.0 Demoniacal Fit Ultimate Vegetto Super Saiyan head that was part of the accessory pack. Now, I don't personally have it anymore. I think I lost it, but I'll show you guys an image right here. This was the only Super Saiyan Vegetto head sculpt that Tamashii Nations has ever released. I mean, this thing is a far cry from Vegetto. Like I said earlier, thank God for third parties for holding it down, because Super Vegetto literally gets no love from Tamashii Nations. And again, as you can see, the Super Saiyan version is the best one, hands down. And then last but not least, here we have Vegetto Blue. And again, from left to right, we have HM. Then the two in the middle are from Tamashii Nations. The third one is the event exclusive one. And the one at the very end is the added Vegetto Blue accessory pack that came out for Demoniacal Fit's first version of the 2.0 Vegetto. And I don't know, I mean, at this point I sound kind of redundant and repetitive, but just looking at them all next to each other, HM just slays this the whole time. Now, I didn't get the OC Toys one because, I don't know, I just didn't like the way that it looked, so it wasn't something I was really interested in. But I'm happy I got the HM, because just based on what I was seeing with the images, it looked like the better version to have. The hair color seems more accurate. the face is more detailed, cleaner, and accurate. And I know, I just feel like the overall build and the structure of the face looks more like Vegetto. All the other ones I feel are a little bit too rounded, the features, where Vegetto, like I said earlier, the art style is more detailed and more sharp, more rigid. So I feel like the HM represents that better than the Tamashii Nation ones. And don't get me wrong, the Tamashii Nation ones looks good. Even the event exclusive, they added some more details like above the eyes, but they still dropped the ball and it doesn't compare to HM. But who knows, maybe Tamashii will come out with a 3.0 Vegetto, so it's basically the same gi as Goku, and it'll be much better, because Tamashii has the capability. We've all seen it, but that's kind of the price you pay when you get into the line early. They're still trying to figure out and work out the kinks, and then eventually they get better. But it seems like third parties already figured it out, and Tamashii's a little late to the party. That aside, let's move on. Alright guys, so that's my review on the HM Creations Super Fusion Warrior Vegetto head sculpts. And if you couldn't tell by now, I love these head sculpts. I think they're great. I think they're the best ones that you can get on the market currently. They're really hard to find right now. They were originally up for pre-order on 5K Toys. I slept on it and didn't think much because, you know, it was a 3D render, so I wasn't gonna get it because I was like, well, I want to see in-hand product before I put my money down on something. But then when they did come out and people were getting the second payments, usually there's some stock left over, and I don't know, maybe I missed it, but I didn't see any of that on 5K Toys. So I got mine from Model Hobby Store. They're currently sold out now. I got lucky because the information on there was kind of confusing, but I messaged them personally and they told me that they were coming in, and these are the ones that you're seeing right now. Each one was about 30 to 40 bucks, which is a bit expensive for a head sculpt, but like I've said before in the past, I feel like a head sculpt can really elevate a figure, especially if the body's already done right. The head kind of just brings it to the next level. So I don't mind paying it, because now the aftermarket prices for these are going up because they're so hard to get now. Like, you can't get it on AliExpress because of the tariff stuff, and even if they are, they're expensive with the shipping and all of that. And then anybody who is selling it locally is going to sell it at a marked up price. So if you didn't get it when it first came out, you're kind of out of luck. But if you do happen to stumble across it, I would definitely pick these up, because these look great. So, as you guys know, my rating system, I usually use the Dragon Radar and the Dragon Balls from a scale from 1 to 7. So, using that, I'm going to give these guys a 6. I give it a 6 because of the accuracy, the details. I love the look. Vegetto's my favorite fusion. Fight me in the comment section if you got a problem with that. And also because of the rarity of them. They're hard to find now. Is the price a little pricey? Yeah, a little bit. But once again, like I said, I feel like a head sculpt could really elevate a figure, and I don't mind paying the price because Tamashii Nations ain't gonna help me out with getting a Super Vegetto, and this is the best one I got so far. With that said, I hope you guys found this review informative. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification to be notified when new reviews are uploaded to the channel. Thank you for stopping by my corner of the internet, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.